phone calls on and emails almost every single day. And it is about agents who have allowed their license, clearly not purposefully in many cases, allowed their license to lapse. Now, probably 5 to 6 years ago, the whole process changed. Those of you who've been around for a while, remember we used to get the paper reminder. It would come in the mail. It would sit on your desk and you'd leave it there sort of sitting at the top so you'd make sure you paid it. And then it changed to emails and texts. And if Fair Trading have got both your email and your mobile number, you will get both. But that's about 6 weeks out from your renewal. You are responsible for your own renewal, whether you have a certificate of registration or whether you have a Class 2 license or a Class 1 license. It does not matter. You are responsible to renew any type of license, your car license, your insurances, your boat license, your motorbike license, whatever it is. Your real estate license, your strata license, your stock and station license is no different. It is your responsibility. Do not forget to renew it, because you know what? When you do, it's going to cost you time, effort, energy, angst, all of those things that you don't need in your life. So, for those people who let it lapse more than a year, and I tell you what, we probably have more than one of those phone calls that we get here every week, of all the phone calls we get in a week, more than one of them is about people who have let their license lapse for more than a year. At that point, when you've let it lapse for more than a year, there are so many additional hoops to jump through. It's pretty scary. So, it's not a place you want to be in, because you're going to have to go down the path of making sure that you held, if you're going for a Class 2, that you held a certificate of registration. Now, if you happen to get your license between 2003 2020, you may not have actually held a certificate of registration before you got a full license, because you didn't have to at that time. So there's so many variables here. And if you had it before, but you had to have held a license for 12 months, you have to have the new qualification, which means we're going to need to, you're going to spend money with us before you go and spend money on an application, because you need to have the most current and up-to-date qualification to be able to re-register that license with New South Wales Fair Trading. And if you're wanting to transition to a Class 1, you'll need the work experience logbook, of course, of having held a license for at least 2 years. You'll need the Certificate 4, which is the general license qualification. You'll also need the new diploma, which is the Class 1 application. So there's a lot of steps and hoops that you're going to have to jump through. So much easier, as much as I'd love you to pay us all extra money here at the college, much easier if you just remember to renew your license at the time that it's renewal. And remember now, because we can get licenses for 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, it could be 3 years or 5 years before that renewal date's up. So in the future, just put it into a reminder. We've got so much technology around us. If you don't have something that will remind you in 1 year, 3 year or 5 years when that license is due, that's you need to get something going. Our phones will probably do it for us at any level. So guys, please be careful about your license renewals and make sure that you do them. If you're a licensee in charge, you need to make, whilst it is the certificate holder and the license holder's responsibility to do that, it's also your responsibility in terms of supervising who's in your office, making sure that they have renewed their license on time and that everybody who's operating in your office is currently licensed or certificated. So just a little warning out there of, having to get that going.